people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat Shell and Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on them, drop the facts on them. Spur King, baby, let's get it on.
Hey, fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight. Welcome to Upon Further Review, where we go over the Eagles' previous game this past Sunday. Our Philadelphia Eagles clinched the #1 seed in the NFC playoffs. So all roads to the Super Bowl goes through the link as long as we are in the playoffs. And that's a wonderful thing. Last I talked to you guys, we weren't feeling overly excited. We were excited, but some people were not overly excited because of the fashion in which we won. But I'm excited because we got the #1 seed, and that's all that matters to me. I think that once the playoffs start, that everything's going to be right. We saw Jalen not play to an MVP level, but I think it was by design. I think it was, the fact that they ran a very conservative offense, and they were trying to get him out of there without getting hurt any further. So they played a very structured and strategic game on Sunday. But I foresee that the hounds will be let loose come playoff time. I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight, with my co-host with the co-most, Pat. What's going on, Pat? How you feel? You still excited?
Yeah, man. I'm listen. #1 seed. You get some time to heal up, rest up, get some guys back. You got to be a little bit excited. I mean, you listen to all the critics out there. Whatever. We still get a week off. We still get 2 weeks off. We still get to relax. We still get to say, you know what? You got to come through Philly to get to the ultimate goal.
That is true. That is true. Hey, guess what? Tonight I got this. I hooked something up, man. I might be able to bring in live callers if anybody wants to be a guinea pig tonight. You can call in, and we can talk to you guys on air. So there's the number right there. Michelle is not with us. She has to take her son back to school, because when her break is over. So she has to take her son back to school. So I don't know. Will we be on Sunday, or are we just going to relax? Or are we just going to wait? You guys let us know. You guys you think we need to be on Sunday?
Nah, we get a bye week. Come on, man.
We get a bye week. Look, we get a bye week. All right, but no, look, if you want to call in, though, you can give us a call and we can test this thing out here tonight. We're a very interactive show. We're Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. Unfortunately, neither one of us are doing shots right now. So, Pat is on his sober January, and I'm on my 90-day sobriety. I'm going to do it this time. Last time I made it like 60 days, but I'm going to do 90. I want to hit the 90 mark. I'm determined. So I am not doing the shot either. But you guys, we can do mock shots. I'm doing my cranberry juice right now. So I'll do a shot of this cranberry juice. So you guys out there, you can do whatever you want to. You can do fruit juice. You can do your brown, and and be careful with that brown, because that brown I'll put you down. Yeah, so you be careful with that brown. You can drink your wine, you can drink your beer, you can drink whatever you want. But here is our shot to celebrate our Philadelphia Eagles and their #1 seed, and we get to just rest and watch football this week. So to our Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch, 3, 2, 1. You're now listening to the All right, first call. Call out the number, Dark Knight. All right, call the number out. The number is 267-328-5210. That's the call-in number. 267-328-5210. So if you want to call in and talk live on the air, we'll entertain that tonight. All right, let me go to the people that's in the room here. And the first person in the room is my brother, because he was doing a test call with me earlier. So he was already ready, chomping at the bit. All right, we got our first call. Let me, I'm going to take it. All right. Hello, this is Eagles Talk. Who am I speaking with?
This is Pamela. How you doing?
Pamela, how are you?
Hey.
Welcome to Eagles Talk. What's on your mind? How you feel about our Eagles clinching the #1 seed? What you feel like now?
I'm so excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait till next week.
Yeah. Where you calling from? That's
Virginia. I'm sitting here with Mr. Jones, with Will Jones.
Wilbur.
I'm talking to the Joneses. All right, that's what's up. It's fun. It's a pleasure to put a voice with the name there.
Mm-hmm.
So we thank you
Yeah.
thank you so much for supporting the show. What do you think? Who do you want to see? We're going to talk about that. So, but who do you want to see in this first round? I mean, our first game.
I kind of want to see Tampa Bay, but I'm not sure about that. I don't know. What you think?
I had us going 15-2. Don't matter who.
Tampa Bay. All right, so here's choices, right? All right, so we could possibly see the winner of the Tampa Bay Dallas game. We can see Seattle, or we can see the Giants. Now, the Seattle is probably the least likely to happen because they got to play the 49ers, right? But I'm gonna be rooting for them because I want the easiest path. You know what I mean? I don't care. I want the easiest path, and I think
Well, we get the least of everybody that plays.
right of everybody that plays. But we
Right.
we're not going to see San Fran or Minnesota if they win. That those two are out. If they win, we won't see them. But the rest of them are fair game. I don't matter. I'm with Mr. Jones. It doesn't really matter. I think that we're that strong. We can beat anybody that comes up. But I will take the path of least resistance.
We are 7-1 against all teams over 500. So we good.
Yeah,
we are.
I feel you on that. All right, so all right, we're going to get into that discussion, but thank you guys for calling in, man. We'll be on Sunday.
Love you guys, man.
Love you guys
Great
back.
time here with all
Thanks.
my friends.
All right,
Take it easy.
you too. Hello, you're on Eagles Talk. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, this is Toby Cooper.
Toby Cooper is on the line. Yo,
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Toby?
I'm on the other side. I'm on the YouTube side. But long story short, one thing, just appreciate you guys, man. I'm a long diehard Eagles fan from Philly. Born and raised Northeast Philly. Shout out to the WOL. But I'm down here in Middle Georgia. But real quick, let me ask you guys something. You guys asked who do we think we prefer? Look,
All right. I mean, any minute, any second. I mean,
I'm thinking,
all right. So the choices are Tampa Bay, Dallas, Seattle, or
probably Tampa Bay, but I don't think they're gonna beat Dallas though.
but you would like to see them. That's who you would like to see.
Yeah.
All right.
I want
Okay.
a rematch from losing from last year in the playoffs. You know, they beat
Definitely.
us last year.
Definitely.
So I
Yeah.
want to beat them.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. And they're not that good. I don't think they're not playing their best ball. They don't, you got Tom Brady and he's an X factor
You got Mike
at
Evans.
any moment.
But all I'm saying is this: whoever's in the game in the playoffs, they in for a reason. So it's not like we all know the NFC South sucked this year, but
Right.
they in. So it is what it is. But thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, thank
Keep
you.
it going on.
Hey, Toby, thank you for the support, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, so that was Toby Cooper. It's nice to hear the voices behind these names here. Let me go back to the comments because the second person was Richard Boo. He said, "What's up, my Eagles fam? BJ's in the house." BJ said, "This team did their job, got the win, and was safe. They kept it simple." Exactly. That's what happened Sunday. They basically just played the same. They just wanted to put up one more point than the Giants. It didn't matter. I mean, just one more point, even a half a point if they could have done that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they didn't care.
You heard what BG said, right?
What did he say?
Brandon Graham said we didn't really fully game plan like we normally game plan. We just put together a simple game plan to go against the Giants just to get the W.
All right, we got another call coming in. Boy, people want to talk on that. Oh, my fault. I just hung up on the person. All right,
now we need
I'm just becoming acclimated with taking these calls. I'm sorry if that person can call back. I'll answer it this time. I clicked on. Am I colorblind? I clicked on the red button instead of the green button. Okay, all right. So Ed Clinton is in there on YouTube. Thank you. He said, "Good evening, y'all. Nice week for a bye week." Yeah, we get to lay back and just watch games. All right, here comes the call again. All right, I'm gonna hit the green button this time. Hey, this is Eagles Talk. Who am I speaking with?
This is Jack from Augusta, Georgia, transplanted Eagle.
Jack from Augusta, Georgia. That's what's up. How you guys have like a Eagles nest down there where you guys can go watch the game, or what do? You watch it from home?
Well, yeah, man, we got a Augusta Eagles fan club down here. I didn't know it was that large.
Wow.
But we get you piped in every Sunday. I mean, if all else fails, I got my fire stick.
Okay, all right. That's what's up, man. Thank you. So who do you want to see out of this? Because it's going to be a bloodbath this weekend. So out of the survivors, who would you like to see the Eagles face in their first game?
I kind of would love, the Cowboys, basically.
The Cowboys.
Somewhere down the line, we're going to meet them again.
All right, that's what's up. You know, I'm rooting against the Cowboys only because I hate them, first of all, but it would just make my day to be able to say they still haven't won a playoff game in 25 years. I mean, like they've only won like 1 or 2 in 25 years. I want that streak to be going, and one and done would just make my day. But I wouldn't mind seeing them because Dak is like Shady said, Dak is playing ass. He's ass. So I wouldn't mind seeing them. I think they're right, but I don't know.
Man, we love you guys. We love you guys down here, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Just keep following us, man. We appreciate it. Tell all your friends down there.
No doubt, man. No doubt. I was lived in South Philly for years.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, man. We talk to you on the other side. Thanks for calling. All right, so
line is going crazy.
Yeah, line going crazy. Now I had to unplug the line. It's like, no, we can no. This is great. This is great. So who do you want to see, Pat? Who do you want to see?
To be honest with you, I mean, I do want to see the Bucks because we do have that revenge factor from last season, how they embarrassed us. Because you heard the audio last year, right? He don't know how to read defenses. So I really want to get on there and just tear the Bucks a new one. But just like I said, I do want to see the Cowgirls again. I do want to see them in the playoffs. And I do think we would have something different for them. And, just to kick these guys out in the ultimate stage would be something special. So between the Cowgirls and the Bucks, I would love to see one or two.
All right. Yeah. The Cowgirls or the Bucks. Me again, I want to see I want the path of least resistant. I'm not scared of any of the teams that's out there. Only team I'm giving any type of chance against us is really the 49ers. Everybody else, I think that we will handle them pretty handily. And I think we would beat the 49ers too. I don't their defense is something to be to consider. I mean, to be concerned about, but I don't think their offense. I think that young guy, I don't know if he's faced a pass rush like weird about that we could possibly unleash on him.
You're right. You're right about that. But you know what? It's surprising to see that our defense is only 15 yards, 15 total yards behind the San Francisco 49ers for that number one spot for best total defense in the NFL. But with that being said, I mean, their defense blitz at the most opportune time. They bring pressure at the best time. They might not blitz as much as these teams used to blitz back in the day, but when they bring it at the right time, off the right edge. Unlike us, we just have a good pass rush. Our front four, front five can get after the quarterback at any given time. We get mad at Jonathan Gannon because he doesn't really blitz. But when he does blitz, he blitzes, the wrong side. His blitzes aren't that strong. But our front five, I mean, they have 70 sacks in a season. 70 sacks. Dante, you wasn't alive. Well, I don't remember football last time a team had close to 70 sacks. All right.
Yeah, that's incredible, man. That's impressive. And because of this impressive defense, the number 2 defense, the defense that only trailed the number 1 ranked defense by 15 yards, like you just stated, because of that performance, Jonathan Gannon is probably not going to be back next year. He's been tagged to be interviewed by the Houston Texans. Sources are that they're very high on him. Steichen also has been tagged to be interviewed by Houston. Also, as well as a couple more teams I saw his name on the short list for. So Jonathan Gannon probably won't be back next year, and probably for good measure. I mean, he did a good job, although we didn't like the way he deployed the talent that he had at his hands. We didn't like that, but the numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And the numbers don't lie. I mean, the most sacks, a team record, the third most in the history of the NFL. That's nothing to sneeze at, right?
No.
Turnovers, top 5 in turnovers. I mean, this defense made as big a step as Jalen Hurts made from last year to this year. I mean, last year we were like
sacks.
last
29 sacks last year. Dark Knight, we had 20. Listen, we added
40 sacks.
We had 4 people with totaling over 40 sacks. 4 people.
Yeah, that's
right?
impressive.
So, it's tremendous what talent does. Talent a lot of times talent trumps the coaching style, right? His blitzing is not the best blitzing or best design or the best opportunities that he has when he throws a blitz. But with the talent that you have at that defensive front, I mean, that makes up with it. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson, I don't know if you had the time to go look back at the tape from last week.
Right.
He's back.
Yeah, he is back. He is back. Yeah.
And I'm cool with him in the slot. I'm cool with him in the slot. And if Avonte Maddox is not ready to go, I'm cool with C.J. Gardner-Johnson in the slot because he brings something there.
All right, let me go to some comments. Oh, there's a story. I've not forgotten you, Tony. I know Tony's out there. But here's our resident from down under, Tony Byrne. If you have been following our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, you have seen me post a picture with the famous Tony Byrne from down under, who is on stateside. He's stateside. He's in New York, but he was in Philadelphia on Monday, and we met Tony down at Chicky and Pete's, and we threw back a couple, and we met some Eagles. We met
Your
Ike
brother?
Reese.
Your brother?
Yeah, that's what they call him. Ike Reese, my brother, a talk show host on WIP in Philadelphia. We met Hugh Douglas, another talk show host. You know, he's going to be starting as soon as the playoffs are over on WIP. And we got the opportunity to arrange for Tony to meet Jordan Mailata. And that was great to be able to do that. And it made his son's day, man. Wow. I actually have an interview, but the my video card must not be that powerful because I can't seem to play it without it buffering. So I'm just going to post it on the social media platforms tomorrow. So look out for that. I got a little short 2-minute interview with Tony Byrne, but I did post this. We did do a shot together, and that was classic, especially the ending line after we finished the shot. Tony said, and that's the end of the quarter. It was priceless. So check it out if you are following Eagles Talk. If you're not following Eagles Talk, then I don't know what you're doing with your life. But anyway, it's out there on the social media platforms. It was a pleasure meeting Tony, and I let him off the hook because he said he doesn't do shots like that. So I let him off the hook.
We let him off the hook.
We let him off the hook. Well, so I only did I did 2 green tea shots with him. And he handled that, but he said he wasn't a shot taker, so I didn't go hard, or I didn't go hard liquor on him. You know, I could have let him off a little bit better with the tequila. I mean, shoot,
if I was drinking, you know, we've definitely been throwing them back, but the ginger ale was good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Pat was there, and Michelle was there. We had a good time, man. It was a good time seeing him and his son, and he's not finished. He should be leaving. You're still in New York? Oh no, you're leaving this Tuesday coming up. Okay, yeah. All right, it was a pleasure meeting you, Tony. Thank you. All right, that's the end of the quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, so you are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, here comes another call. Here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. Me and Pat are on our sobriety thing, so I'm just doing a shot of cranberry juice, and Pat is doing a shot of
high quality H2O.
H2O. You guys let me know what you're doing out there as we celebrate our Philadelphia Eagles. and their first round bye. They've already won this week. So we just waiting. All right, here we go. So down the hatch to our Philadelphia Eagles. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
All right, second quarter. All right, let me go to some comments. Rasheem said he wants to see the Bucks. John Batiste, what's up from South Carolina? Shout out to the Augusta-Delphia Bird Gang. That's what's up. Keith Holton, were you surprised to see Jalen play with his shoulder like I was? We need to beat the Cowboys so my brother-in-law shuts up. Yeah. Or, I don't care who beats them. I'm up to beating them, but I'll be happy if Tampa Bay knocks them off too. It'd be so good to have them not even make it out of the first weekend.
That'd be awesome.
But no, I wasn't surprised to see Jalen play with his shoulder like that. I think that I think when we come out of this bye, I think we're going to see no holds barred. I don't think they're going to be playing conservative or anything like that. I think it's going to be back to turning the volume up on this offense and letting him do everything that he is that he's capable of doing, everything that he did prior to missing those 2 games. Last week was just to solidify that number 1 seed. But when we come out, there's no tomorrow. It's gladiator time. I keep telling you guys, it's live or die. Listen, somebody's getting eaten by the lion, and it's not going to be us. You know what I mean? So we're going to leave everything on the field, and I hope that is the mentality of the coaches that's coming in there. That's the only doubt that I have. I don't have any doubt about Jalen's physical ability, but he has that Mamba mentality. I always say it, and he actually wore a Mamba t-shirt too the last game. Yeah, so he has that Mamba mentality.
He wore the Jordan t-shirt with a 45. I'm back. Yeah, he wore 45.
Oh, maybe it was at a practice or something. I heard somebody talk about him wearing a Mamba, but he has that Mamba mentality, so he's going to go all out. And I don't disagree with that. I mean, we got to win every game. We got to win. So I don't think it's going to be any holding back. And we definitely needed him on Sunday. We could ill afford to trot Minshew out there and take a chance in losing the game because, as you can see, the Giants were playing. Their backups were playing, and because of knowing about his shoulder, they sent pressure. They were trying to get to Jalen. They were really trying to get to Jalen last week, man. They sent they blitzed a lot last week. They were trying to get to him. So we needed to win, and I was okay with it.
Yeah, I was perfectly fine with it. Listen, he already had 2 weeks off, right? He's going to have another 2 weeks off. By the time he actually physically plays again, you combine the 2 weeks that he had off, it's almost a month of time that he had to rest his shoulder. Yes, you had to get him in this game to get that rust off him because you don't want him to go into the playoff having played in over a month. You don't want your starting quarterback to not have taken a snap in over a month. So you know what? I'm okay with the decision to let him play. I know he's going to be sore. He has to get assimilated to the actual game and the game speed. And I think this game, we're doing a lot of posturing. We're doing a lot of gamemanship, saying how hurt he really is, how in this practice today, listen, they're just practicing because they can practice. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And they say that in the Philadelphia media, they talk about, he didn't throw the ball. He must be really, 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 really hurt. Man, listen, a ace pitcher who just threw 95 pitches 2 days, day before, right? The next day they practice. He's not throwing the ball.
No, he's not. And he has an issue with his shoulder. I mean, it's not big, but he's coming off an issue with his shoulder. So yeah, he threw the ball like 35 times on Sunday. Sunday.
He threw
That's all to be coming back from 2 weeks off. So he doesn't have to play this week. I'm not concerned about him not throwing in practice. Not at all. Now, if he's not throwing in practice next Thursday, now you need to be worried. But no, not this. I mean, no. For what? I mean, for who? For what?
For what?
All right. Any true Eagles fan, tell me where that came from. All right. BJ says, I think Steichen.
How about that?
The BJ says, I think Steichen is going again and is going to be a finalist, but end up returning. Well, that would be surprising to me. These guys have done a great job. I still think there's question marks. I mean, you know, they always come after coordinators from teams, from hot teams, and we're a hot team, right? All right. So, but are they really that proven? I mean,
No,
they're not.
They're
I
too
mean,
young. They're too. I think
that's what I'm thinking.
This Houston franchise wants an experienced head coach. They want somebody that has some experience to put together a staff so they can get this team up from under this rock that Bill O'Brien put them under.
And look, and this is, I don't know how many teams are going to take a page out of Howie's playbook, although Howie has been probably the executive of the year. But how many teams are going to entrust their team to not only a young head coach, but a young supporting cast around the head coach? I mean, he doesn't have many veteran coaches on his staff. It's this Stoutland, he inherited Stoutland. He brought in a lot of first-time coaches in their position, right? And how many owners are going to entrust their team to that same type of formula? I don't know. Now, the question marks I have is Steichen did a great job. I think he game planned, he schemed well. They catered that offense to Jalen Hurts. But in the next situation, are they going to have a Jalen Hurts? What are you going to do when you have a Herbert or something? Not saying that Herbert's, any kind of trash or anything like that, but you're not running the RPO with Herbert. You know what I'm saying? Herbert is a pocket passer.
But he's definitely a like you say, Justin Herbert is straight up a pocket passer, but he does have the ability to be in a RPO type offense because he comes from Oregon. Oregon, that's what they ran there. But like you said, Dark Knight, I mean, that whole philosophy that coach should have to bring to that locker room, to that team, it has to be transcending. So you can't do that with a young coordinator like a Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon. You know, they're still learning their footing in this league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are. And even with that said, they still have a good chance to be going. I would miss them, and it would be a big question mark on who would take their places. They probably would promote from within, you think?
Yeah,
they would probably promote from within.
I like this question too. I love this question.
Minshew is done. Who would you guys like to see as number 2 next year?
Derek
All right,
Carr.
we're going to answer that. All right, word.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, that's the end of the quarter. You are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by Eagles fans, for Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage, in the form of shots. And we are both doing a sobriety stretch here, so I'm just continuing my shots of cranberry juice, and I promise you there's nothing but cranberry juice in here. This tastes funny. I'm only kidding. All right, and Pat is doing the water. So you guys let me know what you're doing out there. Raheem is on his way home. He said he's going to do his when he get home. So here's to our Philadelphia Eagles. Down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
All right, there's a question up on the screen right there. Minshew is done. Who would you guys like to see as the number 2 next year? Anybody? Any? You said Derek Carr. Derek Carr is not. He's still a starter. It's not time to hang up. He's not. He's done. You think? Nah. If they gave Carson Wentz 2 more teams gave him a chance after we determined that he was not the one.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Derek Carr's first team. Somebody's going to give him another chance.
Nah. No,
somebody might still give Carson Wentz another chance. All right, we got a call coming in. Yeah, I doubt that too. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, this is Eagles Talk. Who am I speaking with?
This is Ethan Rivera. How's it going, everybody?
Hey, Rivera. Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going good. It's going good. Hey, guys, listen. So first I want to address, Pat, I'm sorry, but Derek Carr is still a starter.
Yeah.
You're right. Wentz is on his way out. Washington has nobody. The Jets have nobody. And the Colts need somebody. Because, come on, Foles?
Yeah, no.
So Carr's not coming this way, but we do need a better second. I mean, Gardner did his job He played the game, but those are games we should have won.
Mhm.
So, and I'd rather take on Dallas because I said it earlier in the text. Dak is throwing interceptions at least once a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
He's I think 15 in the last 12 games because he missed 5. And if you extrapolate from there, you're looking at 21 interceptions for the whole season instead of the 15. My man is just giving the ball away. So I want him over Tom Brady because Tom Brady could protect the ball.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree in that sense. So if I had to pick, yeah, I would definitely choose Dallas. I think that, like you just pointed out, Dak is very, very shaky right now.
And Tom Brady's good under pressure, especially in the fourth quarter.
Not only that, but doesn't, when we decide to play that passive ass zone, he's not the quarterback you want to do that against.
Nah, he's
You know what
gonna
I'm
pick you
saying?
apart. He's
Right.
gonna pick you
When
apart.
we're allowing Andy Dalton to look like Joe Montana, we don't want the GOAT to come in here and and get a shot at that soft ass zone. So yeah, I kind of agree with you there. Even though they're not playing, I mean, they got in with a losing record, so they're not playing their best ball. But you just don't roll the dice with the GOAT. You don't.
It's different. The speed increases in the playoffs. The thinking increases in the playoffs. And I'm not saying nothing against Dak. He's a good quarterback, but he's not the GOAT. And I like Jalen. He's impressed me. He actually turned me around. I was not for him at the beginning of the season, and I was definitely not for him last year, but he turned me around. But this is a different ball game once you get into the playoffs.
Well, I agree with that. We thank you for the call, man.
Appreciate it, brother Ephraim.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, brother. Let's go Eagles.
Yes.
sir.
Peace.
Yeah,
I agree totally. And I'm coming from the same place as him too. Like, I know, Nichelle was Jalen from the door. I think she was a Jalen fan when he came out the womb. That's how much she loves Jalen. But I'm like the last caller. I was skeptical. I needed to see some things.
I was up and down with him.
I still had a question mark about him, and I needed some questions answered, and he answered all those questions for me. The first 7 games, and since then I'm sold. He's our guy, and I've always we've always loved his intangibles, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've always loved how great of a leader he was. We always loved what he had to say. He always said the right things. He had all the intangibles, and then this year he brought the physical play to match up with all the intangibles. So now he's that guy, and they're gonna have to open the checkbook, and then that's when things gets very hairy once they open the checkbook to sign him. And that is why this playoff run here is very important. We can't look and think about what this team may be for the next 5 years, because we do have a young nucleus, but we have some aging players. We have a lot of players on 1-year contracts, and we have to sign Jalen. So this is the opportunity. This is our window. We need to take advantage now. We need to take this playoff run very serious. Not that I think that the team is not, but anybody who may think that this is something that can carry on for the next 3 or 4 years, let's not think about it. We just returned to the playoffs last year after winning the Super Bowl with a very impressive squad. We thought that quarterback was going to be leading us into a winning ways for years to come, and that disintegrated so quickly. So tomorrow's not promised. So we need to take advantage of today.
Yeah, definitely take advantage of the day. And I don't want to look down the road. I'm looking at what's in front of us, and what's in front of us is either one of these teams is going to knock each other's head loose to try to fight to get to play us in 2 weeks. So I mean, I could appreciate the value that Jalen Hurts right now brings to the team. I understand that we're going to have to back the truck up. It's not going to be no home discounts for him. Even if he does give us a discount, it's not going to be that significant enough where we can sign everybody from this year for next year. I understand that. I do understand that. And Howie Roseman understands that. And I know he has a plan for our future. With that being said, there are some guys, from this team that I would love to keep on our team. I love Javon Hargrave. He's a very good interior pass defensive tackle. Since we're going to lose Fletcher Cox, I know we're losing Fletcher Cox unless he comes back for less money.
Right.
Javon Hargrave is one of the best pass rushing interior defensive linemen that's not named Aaron Donald. Brett BG, you got to sign BG because of principles. I'm sorry, you just got to. This is a guy that came here, that's looked down all his career to say he was too small, he couldn't play in the system, and he's become a staple here with the Philadelphia Eagles, just like Jason Kelce. James Bradbury, listen, he might not be, the number one corner, but he's a legit number two, 1A corner that makes this defense one of the top flight defenses in the NFL. CJ Gardner-Johnson said it. He said, coming over here to Philadelphia and feeling the love that this team has for me and having 2 shutdown corners makes my job easier. It makes me play better because I have to, because they demand it from me. So, I mean, it's a good thing. This is a good team, and I feel as though this is our time again.
Look, it's we have a lot of older players too, so this defense can look so different next year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Linval Joseph, what's his chances of coming back?
0.
Ndamukong Suh, what's his
0.
chances of coming back? Fletcher Cox, we got to get some younger talent that can produce such as they did. And so the offseason, I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about this run. That's why I brought it up, only because that makes this run that much more important, because we don't know what this team is going to look like. We hope that Howie can duplicate his executive of the year type year that he had this year, but it's not promised. So we have to take advantage now. We got to do what we have to do now. Let me go to some comments. Jason's in the house. What's up, Jason? He said he don't owe us no discount. The way people doubted him, he deserves the entire bag. Yeah, you right about that. And
Definitely
he may go get that too. John Petit says, I don't think we will keep Bradbury. He's going to demand 12 to 15 million in free agency. I think we draft a cornerback with one of our first round picks. Hopefully that boy from Georgia.
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 Okay,
Georgia. Oh yeah.
Stinson.
I'm sorry, I'm not even drinking. I didn't get that
Stinson's
one.
the same age. Is older than Jalen.
Okay. I'm sorry. James Edfield, what's up, James? Outside of the rust that hurts show, do you think the coaches will or even can make the necessary adjustments? Great point. I was just talking about that to someone earlier. And I was getting ready to say that here, and I got sidetracked. But that's probably the biggest doubt. I don't have a doubt in Jalen's physical ability. I think he's going to ball out when he gets on the court. My biggest concern is how these coaches are going to respond to coaching in the playoffs, because JG, for example, we see that he's a person who's slow to adjust, right? Mm-hmm. So in the playoffs, it's imperative if things are not going right at halftime, you know what I'm saying, there has to be an adjustment, and we can ill afford him to have a brain fart and not make the necessary adjustments. Same on the offensive side of the ball, although I think they've done a yeoman's job this year with scheme and all that. What's going to be their response in case we don't come out and have a fast start? You know what I'm saying? How are they going to handle in-game adversity? How quick or are they going to be able to even make the adjustments necessary to pull the game out if things are not going our way earlier in the game?
Well, that's why we call them the young coaches. These GMs are looking, these presidents, these VPs are looking for these guys to be head coaches. If you can't adjust, what makes you good for my organization to come in and take over the organization? If you can't adjust as a coordinator, that means you're not gonna be able to adjust as a head coach. So this is the Loman's test for you right now. And for us Philadelphia Eagles fans, we need you to not come out in the game flat. Do not throw the ball for the first 3 plays of the game to establish something, to not play zone when Tom Brady is damn near 90% against zone. we
All right,
need,
that's
we
the
need
end
them
of
to
the.
be top tier in the playoffs. I got you.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, that's the end of the quarter. You are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by us fans, for us fans. This is us, just us. It's by us, for us. That's why we have such an intimate relationship here. And we've included you guys not only in the conversation on here, but we've included you on the voice line. There's a call-in number tonight if you want to jump on and talk a little football with us. The call-in number is 267-328-5210. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. If you call in, you gotta tell me what you're doing a shot of. If you're doing a shot, so you gotta let me know that. That's a prerequisite. All right, here comes a call. So they gotta do a shot with us. Matter of fact, if they want to call in shot time, they gotta do a shot. All right, so hey, this is Eagles Talk. Who am I speaking with? Hello, this is Eagles Talk. Who am I speaking with? Hello? Okay. All right. They were ready. Okay. Anyway, so here we go. We are doing our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I'm doing cranberry juice. Pat's doing water. You guys let me know what you're doing out there. And it's Johnson is the telemarketer. That's a Google voice number. They better not be harassing me. All right, here they go. They trying back. All right, let me see. Hello, you're on with Eagles Talk. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, fellas, this is Raymond Williams Jr.
Raymond Williams Jr. What's up? Hey, it's good to hear your voice. It's good to speak to you. So what are you thinking? What's on your mind about our Eagles in this playoff run?
Actually, I was laughing about the whole JG situation. I honestly think that he might possibly take that head coaching job.
Oh yeah, I think so also. But first, I got to interrupt you. I'm gonna let you continue your thought on the other side, but we were right in the middle of doing the shot. So,
Okay.
All right. So you got a shot. What are you doing? You doing any shots? You drinking?
I'm actually out in the street.
Okay. All right. So he's out in the street. All right. So hold on. We're going to do this shot, and then we're going to get right to you. All right. So here we go. To our Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
All right. Go ahead. Continue your thought.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I really see him taking a head coaching job, which me personally, I would not mind seeing. I mean, I don't know, how he's going to be, come the start of, our round of the playoffs. But his whole scheming, I mean, between the zones and the soft zones and then whatever else he wants to do, it bothers me. It really bothers me.
Not the only one.
So I really want to see him take that job.
What do you think,
really
Pat?
Do. Just so we can get a shot at, maybe a better DC. You know what I'm saying?
A top tier DC. I do understand that. I do appreciate that because he does play the soft zone. He doesn't blitz at the right time. His looks aren't as efficient. If he didn't have this talent, our defense wouldn't be as good as it is right now.
Right.
It speaks volumes of the talent that we have on the team that we're able to overcome the deficiencies of this defensive coordinator. Now we was able to get
real quick. How much of the D's play is on him or the defense itself? Like the fellas actually sit together going, yo, fellas, we're going to push and do this to try to get us playing better.
No, I don't agree. I don't think that
it's
the
easy.
team.
This is an easy question to answer because I've been there. I've been there
Right.
where the defensive coach is called to play, and we literally in the huddle say, he called this play on this down. All right, we're gonna pinch this way. We're gonna come off this edge. It's gonna look like the defensive call. We're gonna play it a little bit differently. So a lot of times in situations like that, defensive players, believe it or not, defensive players do call their own calls once in a blue moon, contrary from what the defensive coordinator may call it in the situation. So, like I said again, it goes back to the talent that we have on a team. The talent, a lot of times, covers up the inefficiencies of this defensive coordinator, and we're seeing it with 70 sacks. Come on, 70 sacks, and you're not getting off your blitz.
When are we going to see 70 sacks again?
I don't know.
Well, if they assemble this type of talent again and get a more aggressive coach in there, we might see it. We might see it again. But this, I don't know. Like I said, this may be lightning in the bottle. We may not have this amount of talent assembled at one time again. And you know, I mean,
not just the gangrene,
right? Not since the gangrene, especially with everybody, with a lot of our defense side of the ball being on 1-year contracts. It's going to be probably hard to bring back all of this talent. And even if we were able to, some of them are long in the tooth. And, you know, older players, you know, the bottom just drops out sometimes. Like they could be looking okay this year, and then, you know, at 34, then they turn 35 and don't look anything like they did when they were 34. You know what I'm saying? So that's another issue that we have to worry about. So I hope that we can return the same caliber of talent that we have this year, and along with that, if JG takes another job, that we get a more aggressive minded coach in here. But sometimes what's that saying? They say be careful what you ask for.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, but we enjoy. Thank you for calling in, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. I'm enjoying it, man. I really am.
All right, we appreciate it. Tell all your friends too. Eagles talk.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I would love the defensive coordinator from Georgia, and maybe have Lovie Smith come over as as a special assistant, because I don't think he wants to go back into head coaching, or not head coach, defensive coaching and stuff like that. He might want to work with be a special assistant right now. But
what's Lovey's philosophy? Like what's his style?
He's a 4-3 defensive guy.
He's a
4-3 guy. He's kind of aggressive. His best years was when he was the head coach and defensive minded coach for Chicago Bears. But at the same time, I think we need a fresh guy. We need a fresh guy. We don't need to be stuck in these same philosophies. We did that with Jim Schwartz. You know, he's an older NFL guy. You know, JG has been around NFL guys. We need somebody that's not around NFL guys and stuck in these different philosophies where we dislike it. I would love, like I said, I would love to have the guy from Georgia, the defensive coordinator from Georgia. You want to pick those people's brains. You want to bring youth to this defense, because you're going to bring youth on this defense, and this defense has the talent going forward to be elite for years to come.
All right. Well, shout out. John Batiste says shouts out to Hassan Reddick, NFC Player of the Month. And was he? Did I see something where PFF didn't have him on their All-Pro team? Like,
yeah, they say he doesn't affect the game like Micah Parsons and these other deep. This dude has 16 sacks in the season.
8 sacks in the last month. In the month.
He made teams switch to right tackles mid game.
Yes.
He did that against he made Dallas switch to tackles mid game.
All right, John Batiste says he wants Fangio. That's who I was wanting, but I'm not familiar. What's his style?
He's a 3-4 guy. He's a multiple sack guy.
So that wouldn't be too much different than what we're doing now. Maybe is he more aggressive minded?
I can't say yes or no, because when he was the defensive coordinator or head coach for Denver, he had playmakers. He had Van Miller. He had good cornerbacks. He had playmakers in these positions. So again, it goes back to the players that you have. Sometimes the players are the ones that are making the defense better than what it really is. Like DeMeco Ryans, I'll be honest with you, DeMeco Ryans is making that defense what it is. They're blitzing less than we are, but the fact of when they blitz at the perfect time. Their timing is is perfect. The defensive end, Nick Bosa, that they have there is a absolute monster. You know, he led the league in sacks this year. That's how good he is coming off that edge. But the other players surrounded in that system aren't household names. They're not household names. This is the defensive coordinator. I'll put them in the best positions possible to 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 win these to win these games. But they did get well, I think it was 40 points put up against them by a backup quarterback or something like that, like last week or 2 weeks ago. So it is what it is. We're gonna do what we're gonna do with our players, and Bobby Boucher is retired.
Defense, he said, if we get Bobby Boucher, though, we'll get 40 sacks in the game. I'm with you on that one.
Bobby Boucher, I would love Pat.
All right, so Wilbur is one that first put out the Lovie Smith notion out there. That's I wouldn't mind Lovie. Ed Clinton says, I love that take, Pack. I think the two guys you mentioned are great for consulting, promote a younger guy to DC and let them educate him and the players. So Fangio might be even in consideration for some of these positions out here. So it's not a given that he'll be back. But if you like him and he's in the building, you better start talking to him now, because there are 5 head coaching jobs out there, which means, number one, there are 5 head coaching jobs, and he may be considered for one. I don't know. Yeah. But there's 5 defensive coordinator jobs out there also. Those head coaches are going to need DC. So he may have some options out there. So if you have your eye and you have a guy that's already in the building, I think you need to be starting to conversate with him about the possibility of stepping into that role. Or like he just said, like Ed just said, remaining in the consulting position you're in and promote one of the younger guys. That's not a bad idea. And it may seem like that might be the way they go. They may just promote from within and not get anyone from outside the building.
Yeah, listen, it might promote from within, but there are some defensive coordinators that we just need to take looks at. You know, you don't need to promote within with these guys or coaching these positions. Our linebackers coach is pretty doggone good. You know, that's you can promote as a defensive coordinator, but again, I mean, there are some stout guys out there. The defensive coordinator from Georgia, the defensive coordinator from Oklahoma, the defensive coordinator, you know, that's in these college teams are ready to come up to this level to be top-notch defensive coordinators. You know, we need to stop going to the old dog all the time. Like I'm even though I wish we still had Deuce Staley, Nick Sirianni, believe it or not, was a better hire. I hate to say it like that, but he was a better hire because he relinquished that position as the play caller to let his guys do what is necessary for the team to be successful. And I think that's what's needed as a defensive coordinator.
I love the fact that he did that too. That's looking more genius, and as we move on, right? To have the wherewithal to take his ego out of the equation and do what's best for the team. How many people would have done that? How many people would have said, you know what, I'm not doing the greatest job, and I got a guy here that can handle that while I put more energy into coaching the whole team. So that I thought that was genius on him. Although I heard his press conference this week, and he is still not the public speaker. You know what I'm saying? He is still not the public speaker, and sometimes, as with this past press conference, you just leave the press conference scratching your head. Like, what the heck is he talking about? But I don't care about that. Like I said, when he first came, all I care about the W's and L's, and he's doing a great job at doing that. So I'm all right with him. I'm all right with him. Is it Steichen? Somebody says, isn't Steichen interviewing for head coaching jobs too? Yes.
Yeah, offensive.
He is.
Yeah, they are. I could tell you one thing though. I mean, our special teams coordinator Michael Clay, he has redeemed himself in the second half of the year. We was calling for him to get fired. I never ever heard of a special teams coordinator getting fired in the middle of the season, but we called for him to get fired. But he did redeem himself. I think this time they need to do a self-evaluation and get a new punter. They need a new punter. They definitely need a new punter. When he made the change, put Boston Scott back there. He started opening up lanes for Brenton Colby to return kicks. punts. Shoot, Boston Scott almost won us the game against the who's that? The Cowgirls. I mean, he put us in a position. He put us in a position with the Saints too. So that was an outstanding move. So.
All right, that's the end of the fourth quarter. Eric Miller says, if Shane leaves, would you hire Deuce? Nah, I wouldn't hire Deuce.
Deuce is happy over in Detroit.
He's happy, and it would be such a drastic change. Like I think they have found the offensive system that best fits this team and this talent that they have, the skill position players, Jalen and such. And I think that would be too drastic of a change for them. I think they kind of like the system they have now. So I don't see that happening. D'Amico Ryans for D-Court. I would take him in a heartbeat. I just don't think
he's not coming.
He's not coming. Yeah, he's not coming.
If he doesn't get a head coach position, he's staying in San Fran because he loves the talent he has there.
Yeah, he loves that talent. And again, we don't know what this talent's going to look like next year. So, All right, man, that's the end of the fourth quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight. We will not be on this Sunday, as you just heard. We're going to be taking a bye. I might be on. I don't know. I might give you guys, might come on for a little bit and take some calls. Yeah, I might come on and take some calls. I don't know. But check our social media page, Facebook, YouTube. Look for an IG. Look for the notification. I'll put word out there prior to coming on, like Saturday. If you don't see anything from Saturday, then we're going to be off. But I'm your man. I want you guys to enjoy this football weekend. How many? 18 hours of football, and we could just relax and just root against who we want to root against and enjoy our bye week just like the Eagles are and come back ready to go next week. So I'm your man, Dante the Dark Knight. For Pat and Nichelle in her absence, we will talk to you guys soon. We're out. Peace.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback crack, yo, sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him